Good morning, NCSA recruiters. My name is Mitchell Dyer and I'm a 17-year-old middle distance athlete from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. A great aspiration of mine is to attend college in America and perform at an elite level. As you might be able to see from my new video reel of races that I've run in the past 2 years, the first video you will see is of the State Cross Country Championships held earlier this year in 2013, of which I managed to come away with a gold medal from, which was very exciting. And whilst it may have been a slow time, very hilly and undulating course, I then went on to the National Championships, of which unfortunately we do not have footage of, nor did anybody take any, of which I came placed third, but went out in what some Australian critics might claim as a Prefontaine way, of which I went out in 2-minute 50 kilometre and just went out and gunned it from the start. I believe that's how I like to run, leave it all on the track for me. Throughout this year I've had a very successful year in my own right, coming off with 3 state gold medals, 1 silver, 1 national silver, 1 national bronze, and those were in the 1500 at the pace of 3:54, of which was 1.2 seconds away from the Australian World Youth Qualifier, an 800 of 1:54, a 3k of 8:29 but in the elite race an 8:40, and then in my 5000 14:35 and 10 kilometre 30:58. So these are some of the times that I've produced this year. Just about to head into the Australian track season, of which I know is the NCAA cross country season, and I wish all coaches the best of luck in that respect. But please, I hope you enjoy my video reel. It may be short, but please feel free to contact me, email me, call me, text me, any way of which you would like to contact me. Thank you very much for your time.
Mitch Dyer of Trinity College waited for no one to take the early lead for the under-18s. Nathan Pearce was a clear second, and then runners were spread out, indicating a fast pace. Into the second lap, Dyer and Pearce were not far apart. Leading the under-17 men was Ryan Patterson from Lilydale High School, then Jake Steckelberg of Melbourne Grammar.
Good morning again. I'd just like to give a quick intro into this next video, which was run in 2011. This was a point in time for me at which I was struggling. Kids were getting stronger, bigger, taller, while I stayed the same stature. But at this point, for 3 years, I thought, if I just dig deep, I can make my way through it, and this was a big breakthrough for me. It's led to many great things. The year later, technically being selected for an Australian team to compete at the World Schools Cross Country Championships, only to find out that they were not sending a team that year. And then this year, becoming a Saucony sponsored athlete was a great privilege, and it was through these tough times of which I was able to find myself and now really progress into my running. 2 weeks ago, coming off straight cross country training, I managed to run a 1:54, of which was a new PB, and then in a 1500 3:57. So I haven't lost too much fitness, and I'm very keen for this Australian track summer and to try and qualify for the World Junior Championship. So thank you for watching this video in a tough time of my career. Thank you.
So 13 athletes away quickly in this under-16 men's 3,000 metres, and already a lot more strung out than the under-15 race we just saw. Mitchell Dyer is the athlete that's gone to the front, the yellow top. James Clements stuck in behind him. As we see Jordan Rouse, our 1,500 metre winner, just looking to keep control on things. He's just working his way up through the field. Dean the offer to in amongst the mix as well. As we see the 2 Rouse boys towards the front of the field. Jordan, 3rd place, 4th place at this stage, Zachary Rouse, but it's Mitchell Dyer at the front. Still striding quite nicely. John Camilleri is progressing to 4th place. Ryan Osborne just tailing off slightly as we see Nicholas Sheridan alongside Ryan Norman in the top 5, but it's down to 4 at the front end of the field inside 600 metres remaining now. James Clements has the advantage and the upper hand at this stage. Dean Neoffitu tucked in behind him. Back to Mitchell Dyer, John Camilleri. A couple of strides off the back, might look to try and put on an early purse just to make sure he's in touch with our race leaders as they go through the bell. So inside 500 metres remaining, this is where the race really start to heat up. The pace is starting to be applied at the front of the field, but no definitive burst at this stage as Neoffitu and Dyer just start to work past Clements. Camilleri in the 4th place, and back to Sheridan, Norman and Jordan Rouse in the 7th place. So Neoffitu took them through the bell. Back to Dyer, he's running to the outside of his shoulder. Clement hard up against the rail in behind both of them. Camilleri just losing touch with our race leaders, as we see Mitchell Dyer and Neoffitu just starting to shift through the gears inside 300 metres remaining. Clement just starting to tail off the back of them. And it looks it's a race in 2 now inside 250 metres down the back straight. Neoffitu to his outside Dyer. Dyer would love to get that leading position so he has the inside run home, but Neoffitu's not giving that up with 200 metres remaining. It's Neoffitu that's just found another gear to move up through. Dyer trying to find an extra turn of pace. They'll straighten up and be Neoffitu to the inside. They'll have to work past one of our back markers up the home stretch, but Neoffitu will lead them in. Dyer did a lot of work early. Neoffitu has bided his time. It's just starting to stretch away now down the home stretch. A well-timed performance from Dean Neoffitu. Sat in when he had to, made the move when it counted. Then it'll be the 2011 Adidas All Schools champion, under 16 men's 3,000 metres, 9:23.19. Mitchell Dyer in a 2nd place for Trinity. Clement will take out the bronze medal back to